In today's episode of Finnish Life Simulator, we attempt to brew a coffee on the world's slowest electric stove known to man. We go for a shower and forget the towel. Watch some top shelf Finnish entertainment in the evening. Check the oil. Go for a little ride in our jalopy and encounter our half-suicidal cousin Pina. Come off the road because of bad wheel alignment and almost go flying through the windshield. Experience a spot of bother. Then we try and fix the car and, unfortunately, promptly fail miserably. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and for those of you who are recent subscribers and new to the channel, always great to have you aboard. This is my summer car and I thought I'd taken a look at just where I'm at in this game for this year, I guess. First time I've actually fired this game up more or less for this year, so you're seeing this exactly as I'm about to see it. I think last time I played this on Steam was April last year, and I think I underwent some rather major engine repairs at the time because there were some issues with the engine internals. So I think that's all sorted now, and we should hopefully, from memory, have a working car waiting for us still. I'm not too sure. I guess we'll have to just dive in and have a look, won't we? Yep, and in true My Summer Car form, we do load in the toilet because that's how you save the game. Now, for those of you who haven't really heard of My Summer Car, it is a Finnish life simulator, I guess, which revolves around you, presumably a teenager or young male, with full control of his parents' house while they're on vacation, and you're basically given this body shell of a vehicle to build up using all the parts. And I have actually done this over the course of many years, and this save game is many years old, I must say. So this game does have permadeath as well, so it is entirely possible that I could die today. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting little nugget of information there, that hopefully we don't die today, because that's not what we were trying to do here. If you do die, you lose your save game, so all those years of effort will be basically gone down the drain. And I didn't make a backup of my save game either, so yeah, I'm just going to do some checks around here anyway. We'll check the oil, we'll check the radiator and the brake fluid. Those are the important things, I guess. And then we'll hop in the car. And I just wanted to do a little bit of a drive today with my summer car and just see how the car is going and whether it needs any repairs. Let's have a quick look at the oil. So it looks like the oil is actually fine. It's a bit dark, so it could probably use an oil change, but I'm not going to bother with that today. Maybe that's for another video if you all want to see that at some point in time. But yes, otherwise, oil's looking good. Let's go ahead and check the radiator fluid. Got my coolant here, just in case I do need to top up the radiator. I don't think this vehicle had any issues the last time I parked it up. And yep, looks like that bar there is showing that the radiator is full. So that's great. I can put that coolant back in the boot then. Let's have a look at the brake fluid and clutch fluid, I believe, in these little tanks here. And I must say, everything's looking good. So yeah, I think we're actually good to go. So I'll jump in and we'll get this thing going. Not before, of course, making sure a million times that I've tightened these canisters, because we all know, my summer car being what it is, things will go wrong. There is no question about it. And that's why I've got a boot full of spares here and fluids and whatnot, jacks and whatever you can really think of, everything, and the kitchen sink almost in the back, just in case things go wrong, because there's all manner of surprises out there once you start driving this thing. There are so many parts on this car that all have their wear and tear modeled, and so at any point in time something can go wrong. Your fan belt can snap or anything basically. Oh no, what's that? It looks like there's a safety triangle under the car. I'm not sure how that got there, but we'll just go ahead and put that back in. And we'll jump in and get this thing moving. Actually, I think I need to have a bit of a smoke of the old cigarette because my stress levels are getting high. And that's just how you cure your stress in this game, unfortunately. So, yeah, I must say, it's a cute little car, isn't it? Alright, there goes my stress levels in red there on that little red bar you're seeing at the top of the screen. And I've got no cigarettes. Cigarettes are the easiest way to cure your stress in this game, unfortunately. And I don't condone smoking, but yeah, it has to be done. It's I think it's coming up to evening time actually, 7 p.m. and looks like I've got some potato chips and a whole fridge full of supplies here. So I don't need to do any grocery shopping. Oops, I think I've just accidentally eaten those chips. I meant to put them down. We'll just go ahead and have a little bit of a drink here. I'll have a smoke and then we'll jump in the car and we'll go for a little run around the block. Yes, you do have all these health bars and metrics and things like that you have to keep control of in this game. As you can see, thirst and dirtiness and fatigue and all that kind of stuff. So it's not just fixing the car, you have to fix yourself as it were. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go for a little evening run, I think. Now it looks like I need to use the bathroom, but I'll spare you all the details on that one. Alright folks, well we've still got a bit of daylight going, but the sun is rapidly going down, so I've sorted myself out and yeah, been to the bathroom, had a drink, had a smoke, as you can see just here as well. So I think we're ready to go for a little ride in the car. I've got Uncle's van in the background there. There's quite a bit of lore behind this game as well. There's a bit of a story. You can see the tractor there in the background as well. There's a lot of things you can do in this game to make money, like chop firewood and all that kind of stuff. We've got a little bit of money in the bank, as you can see though, on the top of the screen there. Just over $2,000. So yeah, we should be good just to go for a little drive today. I'm just going to get my controls sorted out. Not sure what's going on with my force feedback here. I'm using a Logitech G27 with the H shifter and the pedals and all that kind of stuff. But just give me a moment and I'll sort this out. It's been a little while since I've played. Right, okay, everything's ready to go. My steering wheel's working. I'm not getting this weird force feedback action on the wheel. My clutch brake throttle is ready as well. So we'll just add a bit of choke and start the car. Giving a bit of throttle here. This is a carbureted engine, so for those of you who aren't really that initiated, you do sometimes have to pump the gas a bit to get these things moving. The days before fuel injection, not many of you will probably remember or know. Okay, so we've got the choke on for a little bit. I've got these little gauges at the top of the dashboard there just to help me out with the fuel mixture and the water temperature and all that kind of stuff, oil pressure and all that. Just to give me some extra insight into what's going on as I drive this thing. I really don't want to cook the engine today, but yes, it looks like I've stalled it already. Okay, so let's just try this again. Just give it a bit more throttle. So far, so good. Not here. Oh, I keep stalling the engine. Okay, all right, come on, give it a bit of throttle. I've driven manual before, I promise you. Sun's rapidly going down. Those shadows are getting long, so I'm not sure how long we're going to be able to drive today. But all the same, I think we should be good. I'm just going to wind the window down a little bit here. We'll go into first gear. There we go. And give it a bit of gas. Come on, come on. Can move. Keep it on the road. Okay, and away we go. So, yeah, unfortunately I don't have number plates on this vehicle. I did take it over the pits in a previous video, and I'll put a card up above for those of you interested in when I did that. That is a video from quite some time ago actually, so I did do a whole kind of series on this game a little while back, and yeah, you may want to check out those videos. But yeah, anyway, what I will do is probably just go down to the end of the road. Whoa, oh boy! Not good, not good. That probably caused a bit of damage somewhere in the car, who knows. I'm not going to go into the main road because I could get pulled over by the cops. And yeah, it's the way this thing's moving right now, the wheels are not aligned. So I'm really having to nurse this steering wheel. And I'm probably going way too fast on this dirt road right now. I'm trying to keep it on the road for the most part because that is ideal, obviously. Seems to be running very well. It runs like a top, I must say. I've dialed this thing in fairly well, fuel mixture wise, from the sounds of it. So, and just performance wise as well, it seems to be going pretty well. Now, I have previously done some things like replace the head gasket, and I'll put a card up above for that video if you want to see what that entails in this game. And then I had to do a bit of a valve adjustment, and then the pistons broke. So after that, I kind of left it for a good year or two, and then finally I fixed that, and here we are. And here comes the train tracks we're going to be taking a big risk by just flying through here without looking. It's entirely possible to die. You're basically just playing Russian roulette every time you go through those tracks there, because the train could come by at any second. Now I just need to take a bit of a smoko break. This would probably be a good opportunity actually, just to get out and have a look at the vehicle and just see how she's running. And yeah, I must say it's looking really, really good. So I'll just have a bit of a break here. We'll pop the hood actually, and we'll just see. Just having a look at the smoke there. Yep, that's the sound we make when we're stressed. Yeah, that smoke is nice, and just got a little bit of, I know you can hardly see from my own cigarette smoke, but the exhaust smoke's looking good. That means the fuel mix is good. Yeah, I'll pop the hood actually and just have a bit of a look and just see how the engine's running now that it's more or less up to temperature. Ooh, actually, there goes the train. And we just passed over those tracks too. If we had come here just a few moments later, we could have died. And I could have lost my save game. So yes, taking some big risks today just to bring some footage of this game to you all. Let's pop the hood and have a look at this engine and just see how it's going. Looks like it's running really well. There's no smoke, no noise. She looks like a very happy engine, and you can see there I've painted the valve cover and the air filter as well, a nice red and blue color scheme. I think that's a nice little contrast. A nice cute little car, I must say. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. I need to take it over the pits, as it were, get this thing registered before I can take it on the main road. But I'll just have a quick look at the lights and see what's going on here. It looks like we've got no headlights, so that might be something I need to fix. And it looks like we've got tail lights only. Okay, so we can't really drive this thing at night time, and not a good idea to go on the highway with this, because as we know, the cops will pull us over otherwise. There's a high chance that we'll get pulled over. There's all sorts of things that can happen in this game. So I think I'll stick to the dirt roads for now. Oh, and we'll just stall the car once again. And let's get this thing. I have turned off the choke as well, just for those of you wondering. So the choke's not running anymore, which is good because we're at operating temp. Now I'm going to hang a left here, so we'll get onto the signal here, and hopefully the signal works. Come on, here we go. I'm not even going to bother looking. I'm just going to turn onto this other road here, and hopefully we don't encounter our friend. His name is Pina, according to the Inga. There he is, there he is. There he goes. Yep, okay, so that's Pina. That's our cousin, apparently, according to the game lore. And he doesn't stop for anyone, so you kind of have to just keep that in mind as you're driving these little back roads. Oh, God! Okay, now we've really done it, haven't we, folks? Oh, that could have been so much worse. Yep, it's possible we could have gone flying through the windshield and ended up with blood everywhere. This game can get quite gory in that aspect, so I think I just narrowly escaped danger right here. I really am playing with fire, I must say, yeah, looks like we've got ourselves into a spot of bother, haven't we? Unfortunately, yep, our panel has come off. We did just clip this tree slightly. I'm so glad that it wasn't worse. We really could have died, I kid you not. I could have lost my save game. I really have to back my save game up before I think about playing this game, because I tell you, one of these days, it's the time that you don't back it up that you'll have issues. So let's put this panel into the car and head back home, I think, because I think I've tempted fate enough so far. And yeah, I'm not sure if we've got a toolkit, and to be honest with you, I'm not really interested in fixing it right now. So let's put the panel in the car and get out of here. Let's go home before something worse happens. So we just put the panel in there like that, just on the passenger seat. That will do. Car's kind of drifted into the bushes here, so I'm going to try and just back out of here. We're kind of in the ditch a little bit still, so hopefully we can actually remove ourselves from this predicament. Give me reverse and a whole boatload of throttle, and we'll just have to drop the clutch a bit. There we go, there we go. Come on, you can do this. All right, let's go first gear. Healthy helpings of throttle there. And I just heard this other crash. I'm not sure what else might be damaged, but we've got our panel in the car and we are heading back home. So the sun is going down as well. So hopefully we have an uneventful trip back down this old garden path almost, this dirt road. We'll hang a right and then we'll be back on our home stretch. So we should have... this is the danger road where our cousin is. So as soon as we get off this road, we'll be safe. And looks like my right hand signal is not working for some reason. I'm not sure why that is, but that's just the way these things work, isn't it? Okay, yeah, we can see the sun just going down there, folks. So the wheel alignment on this steering is really, really off, okay, on this car. That's one thing I didn't do, so we're taking our little Russian roulette chance over those tracks once again. As oh boy, yep, almost happened again. I think I need to slow this thing down. I am driving with a steering wheel as well. This is rather embarrassing. But this just goes to show you, driving on the dirt road in a little old car, a little old Datsun with horrible wheel alignment is not exactly a way to spend your Sunday evening. No wonder why I'm getting so stressed out in the game. At least. Okay, all right. We should be home shortly, and hopefully we do make it home in one piece. And yeah, the sun is going down, so we should hopefully be back before the sun is fully down because we've got no headlights. Okay, here we are. We've actually made it back uneventful, would you believe? Quite an uneventful trip back, which is good because I think you'll agree we've really caused enough damage today and we don't need to cause any more. So into the driveway, quick smart, and I think we'll call it a night here. What I'll do is I'll probably just spend the night here, obviously, in the game. And we'll see if we can't fix this panel tomorrow morning because the light is kind of dying right now. So as you can see there, we really have gotten ourselves into a spot of bother. Nothing ever goes right with this game, I must say. And that's kind of the draw for this game as well. You think that everything's fine, but if you don't cause any problems yourself, the car might just break down randomly. Something will go wrong. You'll pop a radiator hose or your pistons will break. Piston broke. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's head inside and settle in for the evening, and then tomorrow morning we'll come out here bright and early. We'll see if I can make a coffee actually, and yeah, we've got yeah, there's a lot to do here. Not really. I mean, we can jump in the sauna or we can watch some TV. The channels are a bit hit and miss, so hopefully there's something on. Okay, well clearly there wasn't any good entertainment on TV tonight, so I've decided I'm just going to have a shower and just try and kill the time a little bit. There's really not much else that we can do around here. Well, there's a few little things we can do, but time passes oh so slow in the evenings, I must say. And it's a good idea to turn these lights off as you go because you do get bills in the mail, and our electrical meter is going rather fast right now, even with not much turned on. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. I'm going to call it after this smoke, and in the morning we'll try and fix the car. Okay, folks. Well, it's finally morning time. Made it to the morning, so let's go make that coffee, shall we? Right, so to make your coffee, you need your coffee grounds, which are right here in this box. And obviously you do need a kettle as well. So I've got our ground coffee. We're just going to leave that there, more or less. Yeah. And we've got our stove. Sorry, not our stove. Our teapot, which we'll take the cap off. And just want to make sure, I'm just trying to, yeah, trying to make a coffee here. Make sure that it's... Make sure that it's empty first. Yep, I'm just gonna have to try and maneuver this around a little bit, so just bear with me. So in goes our coffee grounds. Yep, until it stops flowing. That's what the instructions say. Okay, so now we need to oh no, I just figured out as well that we do need to make well, we need to turn on our stove, and unfortunately this is an electric stove and it takes absolutely forever to get going, about 4 minutes of real time. So I'm just going to turn on the biggest burner there. Let's just make sure that we turn all these other ones off, because every time you use this thing there's a possibility that you can burn the entire house down. So that's nice, isn't it? And I think I do have a fire extinguisher, but it's in the car, and I really don't want to have to deal with a fire right now. So fingers crossed this goes okay. This is going to take a bit of time, so I'm just going to speed through this a bit, and I'll catch you all in just a moment when this thing starts to boil, hey? We'll just move these beers out of the way for the moment as well, because we don't need them there. Okay. Right, so I'm going to wait here, and I'll see you back in just a few moments. Okay, I can hear it boiling away, and this is not the optimal way to get a cup of coffee, apparently, according to the game guides, but it does the job. So let's just make sure we turn off the element. There goes the red light. It's just gone out. Very good. We'll remove this thing from the heat, and yes, our coffee has boiled, as you can hear. So let's just put this here on the bench. Don't want to possibly burn down the wooden table. That's, who knows, with this game anything's possible. And I'm just going to do another cursory check of those elements, make sure that they're off, and then we should just be able to get this coffee and fill it up by holding it near to the kettle. And oh, there we go. Yep. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and drink this now, would you believe, now that we've made our coffee. And we'll just... Oh boy, that's close. Almost dropped it on the ground. Don't want to do that. So if we pick this thing up and then just hit the F key to drink it, and this will give you a little bit of a boost in your energy. So reduce the fatigue meter there. So yeah, let's do that now. Here we go. So we'll just drink this. And you can see our fatigue bars dropping down. Very good, very good. Okay, well that's that, folks. Let's now that we've made our coffee for this morning, and we can see that there's actually still a bit of coffee in there, and I think you can get like 5 or 6 cups per kettle. So there's some more for later. We'll just leave that there. Okay, it's morning time, so let's get this panel fixed up, shall we? I think what I might do though is I might move the car into the sun a bit, and I do realize actually I had this spanner kit and it was in the boot the entire time, so I did find that this morning and just plonked it out here. So yeah, let's get this thing moved into the sun, and then we'll start repairing this panel. Okay, so we're out in the sun a little bit more, we can see what we're doing, kind of thing. So we need to go and get the panel out of the car, so I'm going to do that now. And yeah, we'll get moving on this. There's a few bolts, I think, to attach once you put this panel on. I must say it's been a little while since I've done this, so you're just going to have to bear with me as I work my way through this. So I'll go and fetch that panel now. Okay, so I've got the panel here, and what I'm thinking of doing is I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the car and see how many screws it takes to basically mount it in place. Okay, so just going to come around here, grab this panel like so. Move it into position. You should get a little check mark on the screen. There we go. Click. There we go. Now we need to come and get a wrench of a suitable size, and that's where this game really comes into its own as well, isn't it? Trying to find the right size wrench to fasten the bolts. So I think we've just got these bolts down here. We'll go for this first wrench first. This first spanner, I should say. And yeah, it's fun working on this car because you've got all sorts of different size bolts, and you're forever trying to find the right size spanner. If you don't get it right, you keep having to change spanners, and I've got it right first time this time, thankfully. So yeah, that's good. Okay, well, that's 2 bolts. I think that might be it. I think that might be it, actually. We might be out of the woods. Our panel is fixed. I'm just going to go ahead and yeah, we'll open the door and just see if everything is okay. I can't see any more bolts around here, so I think we might be okay. So let's go ahead and open the door like so. Whoops. Oh, great. Okay, well, that didn't work, did it? Interesting. Okay, so it turns out I did forget. You need to raise the hood when you're putting this panel in, because when you put the panel in place like so, okay, there's actually these 3 sets of bolts. Oh, there's 3 bolts along the top here of the guard, along the wing, the front wing here, as you can see. So there's one there. So that's the first one. Then you've got number 2 in the middle. And then you got number 3 right here. Okay. So that's why I failed. And then you got these extra 2. So really, there's 5 bolts in total for those of you who happen to be trying to fix your summer car and not sure how many panels go on the front panel. Well, that's how many, how many bolts. That's how many bolts you need. You need 5 bolts, okay? So now we can open and close our door. Can't even talk. And yes, everything is fine. So very good. Okay, well, that's it, folks. I think we can call it here. This is a really cute car, isn't it? It really does need to be registered though, so I'll have to take it over the pits in the game soon. But I do need to fix the headlights up, and I might get some mag wheels as well for it, who knows. But these tires and wheels will do perfectly fine for the moment. There are all sorts of add-ons and things like that you can get for this vehicle. And if we have a look at our little catalog here, you can see we can get all manner of things, including our nice mag wheels. I'm not too sure if these are roadworthy and compliant, so this stuff here is certainly not compliant in my opinion. I've got those top 2 there, the set of middle gauges and the air fuel mixture gauge. Ooh, looks like you can get a sub and an audio system for the doof doof. Not going to bother too much with that. Exhaust manifold, extra carburetors, lightweight flywheel, all that sort of boy racer parts and all sorts of accessories. As you can see, you've got some NOS there as well. Anyway, looks like I've accidentally made an order here. I'm not going to post that though. Thanks so much for watching. Please let me know what you thought of this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video if you enjoyed it. And let me know if you want to see more of my summer car. But yes, until the next one, I will see you all in the next one.